Right, hello everybody, welcome back. Anyone that's new to my channel, welcome. And today it's Play Day Friday, so for me, so today I've got this resin bowl blank that I made up. When I've done the bowl blank, I had some extra resin left over, so I just poured it in a pot, stuck a bit of wood on top of it to hold it all down. I cut a load of twigs up and put them in there. They was fresh cut, so they were quite green. Some of them have sort of bled out a little bit, but I'll see what happens. I've put a base on this, and I've put a recess in there, a mortise. So I'm going to mount that on my chuck like that, and then I'm going to shape the outside, get this parted off, this bit. This is actually hollow inside, so that should part off fairly easy. And I'll see what I can do with it. I'm going to use my carbide tools, as usual, and see what we can make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this mounted onto my chuck first, and we'll see what we can do. Actually, no, I want to go the other way around, don't I? I'm going to turn that bit off. Sorry, bear with me. Think of what I'm actually doing. Right, yeah. Right, now I'm not going to go too tight because I don't want to crack the recess. Well, I think that's going to be okay. Right, I'm going to zoom you in so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'll get the camera moved around a little bit. Bear with me, I'm on my own today, so it's probably all going to go wrong anyway. It normally does. Right, I'm hoping you can see and that we're in focus there. I'll leave you at that point for now, and we'll see where we go. Right. As usual, I always say, face shield on. Won't turn without one. And first thing I'm going to do is get this parted off so I can see what's what. I haven't got my lathe switched on yet. Right, okay. I'm going to use my carbide parting tool. Remember, if you're using standard parting tools, you might have to make a bit of a relief cut. Okay, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Not too bad. Right, okay. I'm going to part this bit off. Well, there we go. Oh. Yeah, I can still use that to make a little bowl out of that. Right, that's off. That's paper inside that, so I'm going to have to get rid of all that first. Get that all turned off, so that could be fun. Looks like the resin has set through the paper as well, so that's going to be fun to turn. We'll see what happens with that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with a square carbide chisel first. I'm just going to go in and take some of this bottom off, okay? Alright. Taking it easy because I've got quite a bit of overhang. You have a look, I'm going to stop it and just have a look and see what's actually happening there. Yeah, there's a little bit of tear out on the wood, that's going to happen I reckon with that. Right, I've got a few hollows, so I'm going to have to take that down a bit. I can see, yeah, there's a hollow there, so got to go past that. So let's keep it going. Not worried about taking the middle out at the moment, I just want to get this edge sorted out first. Yeah, I'm down to near enough a flat edge. I've got a gap there. Right, I'm going to get the side turn first. This wood's still very wet inside. I don't know what that's going to actually turn like. We'll see. Alright, let's just turn the tool rest around a little bit. I'm going to get the round chisel. So this is the round 12 mil round. I'm going to come across and see how I can get with this yeah, that wood's very soft inside there. I've got my chisel rolled over. And a nice slow cut. And have a look, because I think that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, a nice finish on that resin. There's a couple of bits just on this edge here where that oh yeah, I can see that piece of wood there is actually coming out of its bark. It's got a little bit of bark around it and it's coming out of the bark. So let's say this was wet wood. So I think what I'm going to do before I go any further, I'm going to put a little bit of super glue in that to see if that'll hold that bit of wood in. I've got a thin super glue here. I'm going to put a little bit just down inside that. Let pour down inside there. See if I can get that to stay inside its bark while I turn. I've got a feeling it's going to come out. Let's check the other bits. Yeah, that bit looks a bit loose. As I say, play Friday. I'm just having a little play, see what I can do. And that bit's we're going to lose that bit as well, I think. We'll get a bit in there. Probably wasn't the best of ideas putting all little bits of twigs in here, but there you go, never mind. We'll see what we can do. We might be able to save it. We might be able to save it and get something out of it. You never know. If we don't, well, I was only going to throw it away anyway, so it don't matter. Right. I'm going to stand slightly to the side. I don't want super glue splashing all over me. If there's any look, right, let's see how this is going to go now. Rolled over, 45, come up, very, very fine cut. See, if you go in flat, you're going to get that aggressive cut and it's going to tear it out. So if you come on that 45, work right off the tip of that cutter. I always say to you, always work right off of that tip. Yeah, giving a better. I've got a little bit on this edge. I can feel just where it's wet, it's flicking it out. So I want to bring this round now and see if I can take some off. Take some of this off the front here. Working off the tip of my cut. I've got a tool rolled over because I want to make the cut. If I want an aggressive cut, I can just go in off the tip like this. You see, you can hear the difference when it's cutting that resin. But if you turn the tool over, it's such a softer cut, a lot softer. You're not going to cause any damage that way. Just go slow. What this is holding up like. Gummed up my tool rest a little bit, can't move my tool. Resin sticking to it. A second. Better. Resin sticking to my tool rest. Right, we'll see what that looks like. Now, a question asked the other day. Someone's asked the question when to use when to go from the middle out when facing off, and when to go from the outside in. And as I said, it depends. A lot of the time it's what you prefer. I normally prefer to do a pull cut. I just quite like it. But a lot of it depends on the wood you're turning as well. Now, if being that I'm hollowing this out, it doesn't really matter what I do, because all this is going to be disappearing anyway. But as you can see here, what I'm getting here is I'm pulling out, because of the type of wood, this is really, really soft wood. I don't think this is going to be very good actually, because that's still wet wood. But I'm going to go for it anyway. Now, that will probably be better for a push cut. I'll probably get a better cut on that than I will on a pull. So a lot of time, look at the wood will tell you what it wants. So I'm going to roll over 45 degrees, I'm coming in. Let's have a look. I'm going to do a push cut. Okay, now let me have a look. Let's see what we've got. Right, yeah, it's still got a bit. This is going to be trouble, that bit of wood. But I have got a cleaner finish on here. There's a bit that's not holding very well on that piece of wood. I think that's going to come out. I'm going to start following it now anyway, and we'll just see what happens. I think a lot of this wood's going to disappear on me. I think it's going to come out. I'm going to go flat with my tool for a bit, so I can get a bit of this moving. The only thing you've got to be careful with the resin. The resin will chip, and if I get too big of it come out. It's not so bad at this stage because I've got a long way to go. roll over now. And stop the cut. As you can hear, you can hear the difference. The minute you roll over, you soften that cut. But I've still got a lot of wood to move though. You can hear it comes down to that bigger bit of resin and you can hear it. So, I'm going to come in nice sort of roughly my thickness. Right, what I'm going to do for a second, I'm going to move you around a little bit because I'm going to start blocking you otherwise. So I'm just going to move you around. Okay. I'll get you over this side. Right, move the camera around here. Get you over here. Hopefully I shouldn't be blocking you then. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. That's right there. Right. Now, I'm not over deep here. As you can see, I've got about, about an inch and a quarter, maybe inch and a half overhang. But what I'm getting as I'm coming down here with the chiseled flat, don't get down to here. Get this bottom. Now look, see it there? I start to get this. You're just starting to get this chug. Now it's not bad, but you'll end up doing the white knuckle ride. You start doing this, and that then just makes things worse, right? But all you've got to do, you start getting that bounce in there. Just roll the chisel, roll it over, and look, it's all gone. No bouncing. Now I want to come in this side. Now I'll try not to get in the way of the camera so I can show you that it works both ways. Right? The only trouble there, I can't see me cutter. But now remember, work off the tip. You see where I've come round? Right? Now I'm working off the tip all the way round. Okay. Now at the moment I just find for me it's a bit easier, so I'm not blocking the camera for going with a full cut, because I need to really be around this side. Which is, yeah, that's a bit of a get that out. Okay. I really need to be that side to do this, but like I said, if you roll it over, there's none of that. You don't get any of this, so you don't have to start doing this, and you're chunking away. You're losing control. You know, you want to be able to hold your chisel as lightly as you can. Feel what it's doing. It tells you what's happening. Off the tip all the time. Right, let me just have a look. Let's have a look at that and see what sort of finish we're getting. Right. The resin is lovely. We haven't got hardly any chip out there or nothing on the resin. The wood is a different matter. That's I've still got a way to go, so I'm all right there. So I'm going to get in there. Right. Sorry about this. I've just got my mask has just gone off. I've just got to change my battery. Oh. I've got a freshly charged battery here, so I'm going to pop that on so I'm out of camera. Right, that one's on charge. Fantastic, these air shield ones. They are good. They are good. Keep you nice and cool in the summer as well. There we go, fresh battery. Right, okay. Yeah, so it's the same when if you're doing. See what I'm going to actually do, because I'm getting that sight, but I'm going to move my tool resting slightly. I've only a very shallow bowl here, but that keeps me closer in. And if you're new to turning, you know, you want to be careful. You don't want to get all that shadowed. Even if you're doing hollow forms, I see people that are in hollow forms and they're getting all this catching and you can't see what your cutter's doing. Roll your tool over. The minute you roll that over, that stops and you're back in control. I might just give you a slower cut, but what's your rush? What's your rush? Just slow down, take your time. But I can hold my tool just with 2 fingers, like this, and I can come round. As long as I work off the tip of that cutter, full control. What I want to do now is try and get down past that bit of wood that's I think I'm probably going to take this down near enough to the base wood that I've got on the bottom. That way I'll get rid of some of those, there's a twig that's splitting out. Wasn't the best, a bit of a stupid idea really. I'll just cut some twigs and put them in there. I mean, they was fresh off the tree, so. But there you go. So if I try and encase them in resin, they stay forever young. Obviously that doesn't work. As you see, I'm taking my time here, so I'm trying not to get any chip outs. I'm just working off this cutter, tip of this cutter, rolled over, nice and gentle. I'm getting to where I want to be, there. Go in this way a little bit, try and get that little dimple away. Yeah, I still feel little bits of these, well, they're going to give me problems. Flat. Right, stop and have a look, see what we've got. Well, the resin is doing fine, there's no chipping out on the resin at all. The wood is a bit of another matter. That might be better when I sand it. We'll see. Can't go much thinner than that because this wood is just going to come out. So it's a shame. It's a shame really. But there you go. We'll try and roll this edge over a little bit because this bit of wood, the resin's not taking right on the side of that piece there. So we'll have a go. Very gentle. Tool's rolled over. Got my tool right down low. You can see I'm holding my handle down low. I want this to cut, not scrape. Coming around. Again, we're down with the handle. Down with the handle. Now maybe you can see these fine wisps that are coming off, because I've got my handle right down. So a lot of people don't think you can do this with carbide, but you can. It's a tool. It's a cutting tool. And like I say, if you hold it flat, it's like a knife. If you want to clean up your chopping board, you put your knife flat and you scrape across it. But if you put it at an angle, you cut into it. It's the same with this. If you want to scrape, hold it flat. You want to cut, put it there, use it like a knife edge. Use it like a blade, cutting. Look, hold down. Look, you can see straight away the wisp. Then you won't get a catch, because it's that way, there's nothing for it to catch on. Let me have a look, see what we've done. Right, now I've cleaned that nice, I've rolled that all over, look, that edge. That edge is nice now. I've rolled it over. That's how I'm going to have to go with that for this wood. Now, I've got a nice finish on there. I've got no chip out on that resin whatsoever. People say carbide cutters chip the resin out. No, they don't. And the negative rake cutters, I've not had to use them at the moment. On this, I might actually have a little go with the negative rake, see if that'll clean this wood up a little bit. I might actually have a little go right now with that and see, because the negative rake cutters are a lot gentler. They're a bit kinder, I'd like to say. So I've got my round negative rake, and we'll give this a try and see. So this is very soft, this. A nice soft cut. There we go, look at that.